Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture. So a couple things before I start this. So I had shaved my head, or I was cutting my hair to do my own haircut, and it turned into a full mess. So I ended up shaving it off, but luckily I still have the beard, so that's good. Comment below if you ever had that happen. Definitely like a pandemic type of thing. Second thing is that I have a full-on like crick in my neck right now. So if I move very robotically throughout this whole video, just be patient with me. I can't really look up. Um, anyway, let's get started. So welcome back to Otter Pop Culture, and we're going over the London-based band called Bastille and their fourth album called Give Me the Future. So I love this band so much, so much. I think they continuously always had very unique sound. I love his voice. I love Dan's voice, who's the main singer or lead singer. And this, I love his voice. I fell into them. I actually fell into them with everybody. Like, I think I've heard the song Poet that came off of their Bad Blood album, came out in 2013. And then it was like a weird space. I want to say it was like a demo or something like that, because I feel like I heard that first before I heard Pompeii. So yeah, so Pompeii came out. I liked it and I really love it. And I went into Bad Blood, and I went into all this Bad Blood actually, because I felt like that came out very quickly before I even got to digest Bad Blood. And I loved it. I loved basically all the songs. Was gearing up to ready for Wild World, which came out in 2016. Loved that one even more. And it had more, it felt like the first one was kind of more like, gave you that kind of like indie rock pop. And then you go into Wild World, where it gives you like more pop-ish, but also a little bit of R&B. And then you go into the next one, which was Doomsday, came out in 2019, or Doom Days. And I love that one too. It does feel like over time it's gotten sadder and sadder and sadder, like with the conversations. But I do love it. I love Doomday, where it came from talking about being at a party and being in a space where you're just stressed and upset. But as the night goes, but it's go off by like each hour, each time or event that happens throughout that night, that one night out. I loved it. I think it was so nice. So now this one, Give Me the Future. It's talking about technology and the way that the band feels about it and how they feel about being a band in that space. And I think it definitely hits it and definitely makes me feel a little, maybe I have a fear of the future kind of thing. I'm so against like the whole like technology getting to events where it has its mind of its own. Like I've seen enough sci-fi movies to where I'm like, nope, 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 nope. Like, you should stop it at, honestly, it's like it reminds me of PlayStation 4, where they have like, they up the images and everything in PlayStation 5, but in my head I was like, that's it. We don't need to go any further. Any further, it's gonna feel too real. And I am too paranoid for that. But anyways, that's why I feel like that's the feeling I feel like this one gives me when I listen to it. I was like, ooh, I'm getting a little anxious over the idea of him like talking about being plugged into a virtual reality, virtual reality type of like world where you're like, fuck the future or fuck the present. I want to be plugged in. And it's just like, I definitely do not want to be plugged in. I have already had my issues with like technology and Instagram and everything as it is. But anyway, back to this album. So I do like this album. It has more synth, has more darker tones, it feels like. But it is it's a really good album. Let me start off with some of the songs I like. Starting off with the first one, Distorted Light Beam. This one I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me over time. I think I like the sound already. Like I definitely like the sound of it, but the chorus and everything, I was just like, okay, I gotta feel this out more. But coming off the actual album and giving me the idea of what I'm feeling, what the album is about, it definitely fits so perfectly. It kicked it off perfectly. Talking about just escaping reality or escaping a very bleak reality into just like sleeping, pretty much. But I think sleeping is also parallel with the plug me in into this machine where I see a different complete world. Oh my god. I can't remember his name, but the guy that owns Facebook probably is very excited about hearing this album. It's like, oh my god, it's the green light. Going into the next song, which is I really, really do liked, Thelma and Louise. This one is kind of low-key remind me of a Prince song if Prince leaned further into pop. It kind of felt like that in the beginning, so I thought it was like, ooh, we're gonna get a Prince type of sound of the album. That's kind of fun. But yeah, I like this one a lot. This one talks about just getting away from the modern world and kind of getting out and just vacationing out there, or getting out. Pretty much just, we're still escaping reality. And then we go into No Bad Days, which is actually about Dan's aunt who passed away in 2019. This one actually talks about the fact that it feels like to me like she might have been struggling with money, or her life wasn't really that perfect, or she's having some struggle life, and pretty much he says just like you'll have no more bad days when you're gone. Burn your money, and ain't worth nothing on your curtain call. And I feel like in that space, it's just like, it seems like she was struggling a lot in her life, or had some type of struggle. And so he's has this space where he's sad that she's gone, but he also has a relief as just like, okay, no more sad days for you though. Like, you'll always have, like, if you're religious, you'll go into a space where you'll go up in the heavens where you'll be happy and have no issues like that. Yeah. So I really like that, and I love the part where he says, "Sick of hospitals to paper over cracks." I've heard these type of stories where they would go from doctor to doctor to doctor, and this person's like, "Oh, this is wrong. This is what's wrong," and that doctor's like, "Oh, no, this is what's wrong," and so they're doing all these things. You start to feel like, are you just taking money from me? Because it feels like you're just taking money from me. But if I can feel that kind of direction where I felt like he talked about how she went to multiple hospitals when she, oh wait, actually I might be mixing this story with somebody else, with another person. Another person mentioned to Dan that he also had a aunt that passed away from battling cancer for a long time. Oh no, I think it's the same thing. Yeah. So she's going from hospital and they're just kind of putting a band-aid on it, actually, instead of actually fixing it, it seems like, from that quote. But that's kind of sad. But I do like the fact that I do like this song. Going into Back to the Future, this one kind of talks about pretty much escaping reality. Oh, by dreaming. We're continuing that dreaming space to escape from where they were, to where he is. He says, waking up, it's a letdown, waking life, it's a letdown, oh my god, let me start over. Waking life, it lets us down, so close your eyes and melt away. Pretty much saying just like same thing he said in the story, Beams and Thelma Louise, just like, it's a space to get away. Going into Plug-in, this one talks about the crisis of the world and the things that are going on, the social issues, and pretty much just talking about how all these things are happening, and maybe these are the reasons why he wants to escape. He goes by saying Hollywood paints us a fucked up fate, saying you'll resurrect me as a young deep fake, and then he goes into saying, say that we're gonna be all right, even if it's lies. Pretty much saying just like, we repeat over again, just tell me it's gonna be all right, even though I know there's a lot of stuff going against us. Going into the next one, which is Promises featuring Ahmed. This is poetry. It's complete poetry. This whole song, it's so good. And it's not even a song, it's just him. It's him doing it. It feels like it's Riz doing a poem. It feels like his own type of poem, and it sounds so great. It's just about being present in a space, being present in love in the midst of social issues and world issues going on. And he says, he's like, the world's burning, but fuck it. Asleep, stomach to stomach is all I need to be honest. The past and the future lies in the presence energy. So show a little tenderness now, and love flows endlessly. And then he ends with, is so the truth is how you lie here next to me is how will forever be. Pretty much that's all that matters to him, the fact that it's just him and that person together in this world. And that's what helps him, keeps him sane in this situation. Continuing that note is my favorite song off the album, which is Shut Off the Lights. I love it. It has just a freeing, just release feeling of the song. Just feel like you're just dancing it all out, all the madness, everything that you felt. Now you're just shaking it all off, and it feels really nice. And it pretty much talks about the idea of just needing that intimacy and being present with your partner, continue that present direction, and her in the midst of trying to close down your mind because it's overthinking all these things. So he is saying, he has a partner who pretty much is saying, she's like, we don't just, or here I actually wrote this down. Last night you said, empty your head, be here with me. And then she goes, shut off the lights. We don't need them to dance. I love that kind of thing. It seems like they're just having this dance party, just the two of them. I can visualize it. And I was like, oh, that's really cute. And it's really sweet. Definitely coming from a person that definitely feels all these feelings and is overthinking, can't get that out of his mind. And here she comes to be there and just like, hey, let's just dance it all out. I love that. Stay awake, ? Is pretty much talking about the idea of committing to this space of wanting to have this cyber space and ready to just go into this future, this VR world. And it continues that with Give Me the Future, which is also like, which came out on his birthday, Dan Smith's birthday. This one talks about that just being even more ready for the virtual reality. He says, we ain't nothing but the things we've seen, plug me in. And then it goes into, why would we leave? Miles and miles of fake beauty. Pretty much talking about the internet, just like, why would I want to get off of this? Why would I want to take my phone down, put my phone down and pay attention to what's in front of me when I have all the power in my hands? If I want to look at porn, I can look at porn. If I want to look at hot guys on Instagram, there I go. If I want to buy something, I got Amazon and all these other things to buy it. I don't need to leave my house. I don't even need to look up. Like, everything is right here. And that's very scary for me. I feel like those two songs kind of scared me a bit. I was like, ooh, I don't want this. I do not approve this. I do not approve this. Going into the next song I really like, which is Future Holds featuring Blime. This one's pretty much saying like he does not care about the uncertain future as long as he has his partner with him. And that seems to be the whole lesson in all of this. Is just that that the future is uncertain. I'm very worried about it. It gets me thinking. It gets in my head the whole time. That's all I think about. And then here comes his partner is saying, okay, let's try to be more present. Let's try to do more things. Let's try to do this, and it works. And so to the end of it, he's like, as long as I got you, I'll be fine to face this future, and I feel like in a broader sense I feel like the band's also telling us, as long as because it says in the midst of this, show some tenderness to other people, because this is as much as it's tough on you, it's just as tough on other people. So be kind. But I think it's also saying that spread more love. This world and this future is so uncertain, but if you surround yourself with love, or try to surround yourself with as much love as possible, that's all you'll need to get you to have the strength to get through this. But that's pretty much it. I really did like this story arc with this. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Leave a comment below telling me what you thought. If you like this album, let me know. If you didn't like this album, let me know. If you have a favorite song off this album, please let me know about that as well. If you like this video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell too, if you want to see more of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.